In the game of disc golf, there are players who it could be said the game was made for. One of these players is Brendan Holden, a local to the Seneca Creek Disc Golf Course, and despite not having a PDGA rating, he managed to be picked up on a team to play in the VTI, a prestigious match play event. To see if he makes it to first place, the 2011 Disc Outfitters Spring Equinox, stay tuned as Disc Golf Monthly starts now. Welcome to another edition of Disc Golf Monthly. We're here at the 2011 Disc Outfitters Spring Equinox at Rockburn Disc Golf Course in Elkridge, Maryland. Hello everyone, I'm Carl Cubbage. I'm joined by fellow disc golfer Tom Cady. Hi Tom.
Hello Cubby.
Tom, we're here at the Rockburn Disc Golf Course nestled between Washington, D.C. and Baltimore. Tell us a little bit about this fine course.
Well, this is one of the nicest courses outside of the Baltimore area, just north of Washington, right off of 95, but you'd never know you're between these two cities. Very rustic. It's a secluded layout. You rarely see the general public. A lot of elevation, tightly wooded, a lot of stickers. It's a great course to play, and it really challenges the player.
And Tom, this event is an all-amateur event, PDGA C-tier event, so we're going to get to see some of the top amateurs. They'll get to size themselves up, and some of these top guys eventually be moving into the professional ranks.
I'm sure they will. I've seen a lot of good play here this weekend, and yeah, a lot of these guys are going to do well.
Tom, tell us a little bit about what it's going to take to win on a course like this today.
A course like this, whenever it's heavily wooded and a tight wooded course, you need a straight shot, you need to keep it low, follow the lay of the land, and stay in the fairway. Sounds easy, kind of sounds trite, but that's what you have to do to win on a course like this.
And always the putters is going to make a difference too.
Putters always have a good advantage.
Very good, Tom. Well, before we do that, we're going to go down and check out some of the previous round highlights and see how everyone did.
Okay, we're starting off with John Buck on hole 5 with the putt.
Curling in. Oh, no chains required. Nice shot, John.
Good jump putt.
Okay, we've got Travis Freud driving on hole 2.
Hole 2. The only problem is he's driving up to hole number 1. But a nice shot up to number 1, I got to tell you. Joe Provencher. He's putting on number 5.
Bamalicious right in the center. Nice shot, Joe. Okay, we've got Brennan Fowler, his drive on hole 15.
Wow, what a nice flick shot that is. Boy, he's laying that out and it's curling right back to the hole. Oh, great shot. Brendan Holden. This is his drive on number 14.
Looking good, starting to flex back, parks it. Okay, we've got Wayman Pete, putt on hole 16.
Puts that right in the center of the basket. J.G. Sparrow, approach shot on number 2.
Puts it right there, valet parking. Moving on to Ricky Davis, drive on hole 5.
Looks like it's starting to turn over on him, but Essing back nicely and a skip. Good shot. Brad Beeson, he's putting on hole number 3.
Solid dead center chains. Okay, we've got Brian Cook, hole 3.
Okay, nice putt by our tournament director. Brad Beeson, he's driving on hole number 10.
Boy, a nice flick. That goes high, cutting back, and that's going to be it for previous round highlights. All right, Tom, that was quite a previous round highlights, and I'm thinking back to that great forehand shot that we saw.
Yeah, Brennan Fowler on 15. That was a great flick shot that he had. That's a showcase hole at this course. 515 feet downhill. He just laid it out there, looked effortless, and what a beautiful shot that was.
Did you count how many trees that he went by? I don't even think I saw it land. That disc just kept on going.
It did keep on going, and great camera work by our guy here at Disc Golf Monthly. We followed that all the way down the hill, and we got to see some really nice views of some of the elevation and wooded shots on this course. I think the final round is going to be something to see.
Well, that was a good sneak peek at all the action we're going to have here from our top amateurs. And who will we be following today, Tom?
Well, first off in the lead car, we've got Brendan Holden. He's out of Rockville, Maryland, and he'll be playing with Brad Beeson. He's out of Germantown, Maryland, another local guy, and Mark Boyce out of Laurel, Maryland. And finally, we're going to have Sean Burkett. He's also out of Germantown, Maryland.
Fantastic. Well, it looks like we've got a great card lined up here for Disc Golf Monthly at this event. We're going to take a quick break, Tom, and then when we come back, we're going to follow all the final action here at Rockburn.
For years, Disc Outfitters has been your online resource for taking care of all your disc golf needs, including creating custom-made disc golf apparel for tournaments and clubs. Disc Outfitters has also been at run tournaments, like the upcoming 2011 Patapsco Picnic to be held September 17th and 18th. Get ready for the newest development with Disc Outfitters as they open a new disc golf warehouse in Columbia, Maryland. Just minutes from the Rockburn Disc Golf Course, stop in at 9691 Garwick Lane in Columbia, Maryland, or call or click today. Just minutes from the Lehigh Valley Disc Golf Course, Dodo's Disc Golf Shop has it all for your disc golf needs. Selling discs from over 10 manufacturers including Innovet, Discraft, Latitude 64, and more. Dodo's also carries a full line of bags and straps and is the only Huck Lab dealer in PA. This is one-stop shopping for everything you need, so if you're in the Lehigh Valley area, stop by at 962 West Wyoming Street in Allentown, PA. So stop in or call or click today.
All right, Tom, here we are with our top four competitors, the top amateurs here in this event. And our leader, Brendan Holden's leading by 3 shots over his competitors.
Okay, it's after 7 holes.
And we're starting off here, Tom, on basket 8. This is the A-pin position. It's a par 3, 305 feet.
It's a nice hole for a righty. You can just lay a flat shot out there and let it hyzer around.
And he does, with a nice high skip going to the basket.
Good shot. Okay, Brad Beeson's up with his drive. Brad had a little bit of an air bounce on that release.
That one did not get the same skip, Tom, but he took the same route.
An air bounce will take a little bit off your disc.
Mark Boyce sends one out.
That looks like a nice flight line.
Coming back, he's got a look there.
Okay, and Sean Burkett.
Sean sends it high and to the right, Tom.
Yeah, pulled it a little bit, hit some trees.
He's going to have his work cut out there.
Okay, Sean's second throw. See if he can thread these trees up here guarding the basket.
That's a nice approach and puts it right there, Tom.
Nice job. Okay, Brad Beeson. Looking for a birdie.
Boy, look at him throw that up high, cut around that group of trees. He's right there. Now look at this putt here. He's got to decide whether to go right or left, and that's a little tricky if you try to bend it around.
It really is. Looks like he's going to take the Anheuser route.
Just off the top of the target. He was on line, but just a little bit high. Good effort.
Okay, Brendan Holden looking to sink a birdie here.
Solid putt. Okay, we can see we've got a birdie from our leader there, and he opens a 4-stroke lead, Tom. All right, we're moving on to basket 9. This is C pin. This is a par 3, 356 feet.
Okay, we've got a downhill hole here. Got to keep it tight through these woods.
Bends that around from left to right, coming back to the center.
Creek at the bottom. Hey, Brad Beeson with his shot. Brad's going with the flick. Looks like it's climbing a little high.
He caught a tree too, and I can't tell whether that went into the creek or not.
I think it fell short of the creek. Just got too much height on it. Here's a nice line.
And that's caught a tree as well.
Sean Burkett with his drive.
Sends it high, launches that, cutting back. And there's another tree.
Okay, Sean with his second shot. Looks like he's going for a hyzer.
Yeah, high cut shot. No, he just keeps that pretty flat. Slides it right up. He's right there, Tom.
That's a good shot. Mark Boyce with his second throw.
See what Brad can do on his second throw here, Tom.
There are a lot of trees in the way here.
Yeah.
Okay, Brendan looked like he was out of bounds, but not really. They gave him relief from the creek.
He gets a meter from there, perpendicular to the relief from the OB, so that was great. All right, see if Mark can finish here. And he does.
Nice putt. And these guys will clean up the putts here.
You know, we saw a couple of players with the bags on shoulder. Probably not a recommended thing to do on your final putts there, Tom. That can be a distraction.
Putting bag in hand, yeah. Oftentimes you can lose a stroke that way.
All right, a bogey for Brad as we move on to basket 10. This is the 8th position, par 3, 227 feet.
It's not a very long hole, but it's uphill, and that makes a big difference.
Nice rip heading up to the hill, right by the big rock. There's the basket there, not that far away. Boy, I think he wanted to do a nice Annie up high, but that thing caught the low route and then rolled out.
Rolled out on him. This is a nice Anheuser shot up the hill, but it just was a little too low.
Need to get that elevation.
See what Sean can do.
Boy, look at that. See, he did. He got his really up high, and that held the turn.
Flick's another good choice on this hole as well. Let's see what we do here.
Look at that. Oh, almost got the cameraman. That was a close encounter with some solid plastic there. All right, he's close. You can see on that last flick shot that we had, he went a little too far on that one, Tom. A little bit too much juice.
See if he can recover with the putt, though.
Yeah. All right, he's close.
Easy 3.
A good chance for Sean to sink one here. He's got some distance to cover.
Nice looking putt.
Wow, just caught the very top. He was right on line.
That would have been a nice birdie. Okay, Brendan Holden.
He's got a similar look.
Sure does. The chains are still moving.
And he hits the top as well. All right.
Okay, clean up the putts and move on. That was a good hole.
All right, all pars from the group there. 5-stroke lead by our leader, Brendan Holden. Okay, Tom, we're moving on to basket 11. This is a C-pin, par 3, 386 feet. And Tom, for some of our folks that don't follow disc golf, this course has a number of pin positions that they can move the basket around to, change the course configuration. Usually A might be a shorter position, B, mid, C, long. Depends on the course, but that's typical. Wind's picking up a little bit.
Hear the wind out there.
And a dog that's not too happy in the background.
Yeah.
That's a nice throw there. All right, he's got that one. See if Sean can send one out. Great form, and that disc is looking good going all the way there, Tom.
Very nice line.
Covered some real estate.
Okay, let's see what Brad can do.
Caught an early tree down the left side. All right, Brad's got a little tough stance. See if he can recover here.
He's got some ground to make up.
Boy, that looked like it might have caused him to rip that a little bit to the right.
Yeah, he shanked it into the stickers. Little Mac off the tree. This hole's turning out to be a tough one.
It is. You can see he's got to fight his way out of there.
Yeah, there are better vantage points on
All
the
right, Brad
course.
looks like he's going to do a roller here, Tom. You got to watch how this gets on edge. That looks like he might have got on it a little bit early, and it turns away from the hole. Still got his work cut out. All right, Mark on his second throw.
Jump putt.
Not too far away.
Okay, Brad really needs this. He's putting for a 4. Like to keep this to a
Still
bogey.
got a ways to go, too, Tom.
Yeah.
Sends it high.
Oh!
And he lands it. Boy,
Nice
that was
putt.
sweet. That's a great recovery there. And you can see he's got a lot of distance he just covered. That was a nice shot.
Yeah, he was set to lose 2 strokes on the field. He's happy with that, that's for sure. Sean Burkett.
Just caught the lip of the basket. Tough break there.
Brendan should have no trouble.
Pours it in for the 3. All right, we got a 6-stroke lead, and fortunately for Brad, with that beautiful forward shot, he only picks up a bogey. All right, we're moving on, Tom. This is basket 12, B position, par 3, 285 feet.
Okay, Brendan Holden up first. Looks like he pulled that to the right.
See if Mark can thread the needle.
That looks a little bit better.
Nicely done there.
Sean Burkett with his drive. A little bit
Sends
right.
one low, and that just caught the tree there. See if Brad can thread the needle. That's looking good.
That sure is.
Should get a nice skip at the end, and he does. Brendan Holden from in the shadows making his way out. Caught a tree.
Sean with his second shot.
You can see the test of skill that's required here with the trees, and if you're not right in the fairway, you've got your work cut out.
If you get offline, you can really pay the price.
Jump putt.
Okay, Sean, you'd like to sink this?
And, oh, just deflected off the chains.
Wrong side of the chains.
See if Mark can strike the iron while it's hot, just off of the rim. Brad finishes the hole.
It's like we said, the putting really makes the difference.
Tom, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back to catch all the final action.
My mom loves me, my mom loves me, my dad loves me.
Sure,
I could have raised my baby on my own.
My mom loves me, my mom loves me, my dad loves me.
But there was so much I couldn't give her. Like a mom.
Emily.
And a dad.
Let's go home and plant some flowers.
They all love me.
Adoption.
It wasn't about giving my baby up.
It's about love.
It was about giving her more.
A message from LDS Family Services.
Welcome back, everybody. We're starting on basket 13 here. It's a C pin, par 3, 353 feet. All right, here's Brad Beeson with his tee shot on hole 13.
Throw a flick downhill.
That's a nice throw there, Tom.
Good shot. Didn't curl in quite enough for him, but a really nice shot. So it looks like Mark's going to go for an Anheuser shot, and he does.
Got turning over a little bit too hard, but he got a good kick out. Now our leader's up, his first throw.
Another flick. Lays it out there flat. Will come in enough.
Yeah, kind of. Well, that's not too bad, just by the path over there.
And Sean Burkett.
Sean's had a chance to see where these guys all went. Let's see if he...
Backhand,
well, he
turnover.
picked a good line.
It's going to fade out a little bit on him, it looks like.
Unfortunately, yeah, he's going to go a little deep.
It's good.
Tom, I'm guessing he needed something a little more understable so it wouldn't come out of the turn there.
Yeah, you know, a nice disc on that is like a Stingray or something like that. It holds a nice line, and it'll turn over at the end.
All right, Mark Boyce with his second shot on 13.
A little bit of distance, but it's possible here. A bit high. Okay, Brad Beeson.
He's got some work in the thicket there.
Yeah, tough stance here. That's a difficult
yeah, I think
shot.
he had some restrictions on the line he had to take. And you could see Sean in the back there, but he's got a good look.
Yep.
Oh, just catches the front face of the basket, and he got a roll away. As Joe Mila would call it, the death roll. He's got some work. That's still a tester there. You know, and a putter roll away doesn't happen that often, but just when you don't need it to happen, Tom, usually it kicks in and you're looking at some work to come back.
Just puts that extra pressure on you for that comeback putt.
See if Sean can pick this one up. A little frustration there.
And it's tough. It's easy for that to happen, especially after a roll away.
You know, a lot to be said for the mental aspects of the game. You know, you just got to try to pick it up and gut it out and carry on. All right, we've got 4 strokes. Our leader, as we move on to basket 14, this is a pin, par 3, 200 feet, Tom.
It's a very short hole, but uphill. Just got to put it uphill, over the fence, drop it by the basket.
Nothing but chains. Nice high shot. And he gets it right in the corral area there.
Well done.
This is a nice hole here, Tom.
Yeah, throwing uphill can throw a lot of players off. They'll get it too high or too nose up, and it'll stall out on them.
That one goes right through the little space in the slats there, and he's safe.
Yeah, he likes the way that fence was constructed, I think. It's like a good shot if it stays up.
And he gets through a gap as well. All right, see if Sean can thread the needle. That looks like it's got the perfect pitch. He gets an air bounce. Wow, was carrying right to the basket there, Tom.
Nice throw. These are the kind of holes where you can get a roll away, too. You don't put it in the chains.
Yeah.
You can roll way down the hill on you.
That's a hill there.
Sean doesn't need that again, I know.
No.
He learned the lesson on the last hole.
Nice deuce there.
Again, a lot of bag in hand putting, you know.
Star frame, everybody gets the deuce there, Tom. Birdie's around. A nice hole. All right, Tom, we're going to move on to basket 15, C pin, par 3, 515 feet.
This is that hole where we saw Brennan Fowler's flick in the previous round highlights. It's a little high.
Wow, look at that up in the trees.
Yeah, and a hole this long and this downhill, you really need to follow the line of the land. Don't want to get it too high. Hold that right a bit.
All right, that one looked like it might have went OB, Tom.
Yeah, I believe so.
Pulled it a little too far to the right.
There's a good release.
Boy, our leader cranked that one.
Turning over on him, though.
Tough break on that early tree.
See what Sean can do. We want to see that coming straight at us. A little high.
See if that can thread through the trees.
Rarely will you when you get that high into the trees. There's too many branches.
Our leader's second shot.
Nice Anheuser.
Yep.
A little work left.
Okay, Mark's third throw.
Yep, his penalty being in the creek.
Up, caught a tree. Third show for Sean, throw for Sean as well. The big jump. Wow, puts it right there.
And Mark Boyce with his fourth.
Great camera work here. This is a great spot to watch this putt.
Oh,
just a little bit left. Right
Okay.
between the two trees and in. Nope, just under the basket.
Well, after a birdie star frame, looks like we get no pars on this hole.
This is a pretty hole, Tom, with the pin location.
Yeah.
You can see as we're looking at these putts, a lot of interesting putts here. Brad's got to do a straddle. Just off the top. Little frustration. All right, you could see that Brandon got a bogey there. Brad's 3 strokes away, Tom.
Yep.
As
Brad,
we move on to basket 16, 8-pin par 3, 241 feet. So 3 strokes we're talking.
Brad did pick up par there, and that's a good par hole, that's for sure. Okay, Brad Beeson. Needs 3 more strokes to get up to the leader.
Good skip. A little bit left of the basket. Brendan looking good down the middle with a skip. He's right there near the basket. Looks like he's got the deuce there, Tom.
Yeah. Sean Burkett, see if he can hold a nice straight line through these trees.
That's what this one requires. An early tree down the right side, Tom.
You can see it's a very narrow lane.
Put it right at the camera, man, and you can't go wrong. A little bit long.
Right.
To the left. Wow, I think that's Sean in there somewhere in the thicket.
Yeah, he's got his work
He's
cut out for him.
camouflaged. Wow, a good flick. I did not see the finish on that one. Let's see if Brad really could use the deuce here.
Got a tree in the way.
Just bends it around, and he should be nice and high.
Oh.
Caught the top lip of the rim. Tough break there. Good effort. All right, let's see if Mark can get his deuce. Mark hits the lip as well.
Just low. Sean with his third shot.
Nope, puts it at the base of the target. All right, our leader right here. If he gets this deuce, Tom, he pretty much can close this out.
Yep. I think that's the nail in the coffin there.
Barring anything drastic or dramatic, you can see a 4-stroke lead with 2 holes to go. Birdie from our leader, Brandon Holden, as we move on to basket 17. C-pin, par 3, 341 feet. Right down the middle with a good slide there.
See what Brad can do. He's going to throw a hammer.
Boy, overhand. Mark tries the big ante. I think that caught a tree.
Pulled that right a bit. And Sean.
Big high left to right. Right over the camera.
Mark with his second shot. Threaded it.
That worked.
Lots of trees to get through on this hole on a second shot, Tom.
Yeah. It's a good shot by Brendan.
If you don't hear wood, it's pretty good. Mark's third shot, just off the basket.
Oh boy, we've had a lot of
break.
putts hitting the nubs on the basket. That's one thing the amateurs will learn as they play more. You know, you can't make it in if it's low.
Got to get it up into the chains.
Yeah, if you
That
go
one-
go by 10, 15 feet, it's an easy comeback putt, but it'll never go in if it's too low. Got to give yourself a chance.
Okay, still a 4-stroke lead. We're going down to the final hole here at the Disc Outfitter Spring Equinox Disc Golf Tournament as we move to basket 18, a pin, par 3, 252 feet.
Okay, so not much can go wrong here, I think, for Brendan.
Once again, just
Oh,
a
nice
laser
shot.
shot down the middle.
That's the kind of shot you need at this course. Nice, low, straight shot. Beauty.
Great execution.
Brad, looks like another hammer.
Caught a tree.
Mark's going to take the hyzer route.
We'll skip at the end, went a little
Did a
bit
good
left,
job.
but that's not bad. And the last drive.
It looks like a nice shot. Good up, a little bit of work.
Brad there in the thick of it. This course really tests out all your skills, Tom. We've seen just a variety of shots here in this final 9. See if Mark can his deuce. Just off the rim to the left. Brad's third throw here.
Nice putt
And
by
he's
Brad.
above the rim and into the chains. Good finish. Sean's deuce. Effort. High
Nice
chains,
shot.
but drops it in. And our leader. And he wins it.
That's got to be a good feeling. It was a
Great.
well-played round by Brendan.
Great event by Brandon as he gets congratulations from his fellow players. That was a good group to follow. A great display of skills, gentlemen. Good job. So we see our leader 4-stroke victory. Brendan Holden at the Disc Outfitters Spring Equinox Disc Golf Tournament. We're going to go to a break, and when we come back, we're going to wrap up our final thoughts here at this event. All right, Tom, that was quite a finish. Brendan Holden taking the event, really displayed a lot of good skills, walked away with it.
Yeah, he's a Seneca player, played a lot of league. That's a tough course too. So, hey, that really paid off for him. And a nice consistent round. He was 3 under par.
Yeah, he had some experience because he was in that prestigious team event, the VTI tournament in Virginia. So he's had some of that experience. I think we're going to see a lot of great stuff from him in the future.
I hope so. It was fun to watch him today.
But we had a good field. They all displayed some great skills, some great talent out there.
Yep, really good tournament, a nice event, and I really love this course. Can't wait to play.
Well, Tom Kim and Mike Payton made a move from behind, and they ended up finishing second place. So a great effort from those two players as well.
Yeah, they snuck in.
Outstanding. Well, we got to see another great event here, Tom, and once again, our cameraman, producer Kevin McGorry just did an outstanding job out on the course showcasing disc golf for us.
He did. It was a good tournament, good show.
Well, that's it for Disc Golf Monthly this month, folks. I'm Carl Covich, joined by Tom Cady, and this is Disc Golf Monthly, the show that takes you one step closer to the sport of disc golf.